In this video, we will learn how to make a French seam. A French seam is one of the enclosed seams, which means that the raw edges on the wrong side are enclosed or hidden within another seam, and that is this edge. If we look at the seam here, we can see that there is no raw edge visible on the wrong side. The seam is enclosed or the raw edge encased within the seam. And on the right side, you see just a normal existence of a seam. To make any seam, we require two pieces. And here we are going to make a sample size 10 by 10 centimeters after it has been stitched. The seam allowances to be taken are 1.5 centimeter. We will cut two pieces, each piece 10 centimeter by 6.5 centimeter, 10 centimeters taken along the length and 6.5 centimeters taken along the width. Two such pieces will be used to make the seam. Here I have two pieces, 6.5 centimeter by 10 centimeter, 6.5 by 10. When we mark our seam allowances at 1.5 on both sides, our ready sample will become 5, 5 and 10. So 10 by 10 is what we are going to obtain. Now we need to mark our seam lines, but before we mark the seam lines, we must identify the wrong side and the right side of the sample. The reason is that in any case we always mark the wrong and right sides so that we know which side we are to work on. You see, in printed fabrics we always know the right and wrong with prints, but in plain fabrics we must identify which side we are going to use as a wrong side and which as a right side. Now you can pin the sample together and mark the seam line. The seam line will be 1.5 centimeter from the edge. It can be also 1 centimeter, but I'm starting the process with 1.5 centimeters because it's a little easy for learners, first time learners, to make little wider seam allowances than to handle narrow seam allowances. Now this seam line must be transferred on the second piece as well. So we can use a notch like this, a small notch which will show me on this side as well, or we could use the carbon paper for transferring this seam. Either way it's possible. If we want to use the carbon paper, that is also a possibility. Then you will place it like this, use a tracing wheel and run the tracing wheel over this. And you're going to get a line. Make sure it's not a very dark line. Now for a French seam, it is important that we work on the right side, not on the wrong side like we do in a plain seam. So face the wrong sides towards one another. Pin the sample with its edges matching and the actual seam lines matching, and you can now pin it in place. From the edge where you had the seam allowance marked, you know the seam allowance was here actually, but from this edge you mark 0.75. It's difficult to mark 0.75. You could take 0.7. Now remember, this seam line is actually being made on the right side. However, this is not going to show. And if you really want to transfer the seam on the other side, a notch could do a good job of getting you the line exactly in place. You can see the notch. The notch will help me identify where I have to mark the seam line on both sides. Next is that I'm going to stitch on this line itself. if you have pin basted it, you can directly sew it, making sure that the two edges are securely stitched. The first seam is done and it's secured at both the ends with 2-3 reverse machining stitches. The next step is to cut the seam allowance little narrower. So 0.75 will be reduced to 0.5 or lesser, whatever you can comfortably manage. There should be no hard and fast rule when you are trimming it. Now the seam should be ironed, pushing the allowance all to one side. Then second, pushing the allowance to the other side. This will help us in making the seam line as our break of the fold. Can you see this? If you don't iron it, you are not going to get this clean line. Now we will stitch on the original line that we had at 0.75. When we stitch this up now, it's going to hide the raw edge inside. Let's see it with a pin if we can understand this. I'm just putting the pin first and then it will be machine stitched. The raw edge is all hidden here. The seam is done, secured again at both ends. This is on the wrong side. The seam is all on the wrong side now. The fold of the seam, the brick, is exactly on the original seam line, and that was possible only because we worked the iron well over it. Once again, we are going to iron the sample so that the seam allowance can settle to any one side. Now it doesn't matter which side you settle it. There is, as we said, there was no left and wrong side. The seam can be settled in any direction. We can clean up the edges of our sample and present. The seam has been enclosed. The 0.3 or 4, what was left out of the 0.7, has been encased inside. It's inside this 0.75. However, this seam need not be made always with 1.5 centimeter seam allowance. You can start actually with 1. This is only for beginners because it's little difficult to handle narrow seam allowances. So if you think you can work with narrow seam allowances, the seam works perfectly with 1 centimeter allowance, wherein you can stitch 0.3 in the first seam and 0.7 in the second seam. Alternatively, 0.4 in the first seam and 0.6 in this seam. So then in such a case, you will not require to trim off the excess which we had done in this particular case. As novices or first time learners, this method is okay, but see, it's wasting this 3 mm material. In the industry, we wouldn't want to waste it. So we should go with a smaller seam allowance, which is enough for making a French seam instead of having to trim away. It also increases the process because you have to mark and trim, which we need not do if we are planned our work with 0.3 and 0.7 or with 0.4 and 0.6 as our seam allowances. Hope you like the video and hope you're able to learn what I'm trying to teach here.